Entering tonight, the Houston Rockets had a 4-game lead over the Golden State Warriors for the 5th spot in the Western Conference. They're in Indiana taking on the Pacers. Second quarter, Pacers up 6. Tyrese Halliburton knocking down the step-back 3. He was playing some good basketball as Indiana's trying to make a run in the Eastern Conference. Fourth quarter now. Rockets down 1. They came all the way back. Amen Thompson finds a hole in the defense, makes the easy layup. He is so good. Rockets up 1. Fourth quarter, they're making a rally here. Tough game in Indiana, but Halliburton, see what he does. He puts the game on ice with a nasty step-back triple, and the Pacers outlast the Rockets 115-102. Halliburton with 28 points and 15 assists. Good Lord. What a night for him as we take a look at the wild, wild Western Conference standings. Yeah! Ooh, that was a good one, Fezzi, because the Warriors now, you see that? They're not in the box. We don't look in the box anymore. We look in the playoffs, wow. Fezzi and Mully. And at the 6th spot, I don't care what Teddy says in my ear. Oh, Lakers, they looking, the weather's good.
Like the Jeffersons?
Moving on up. But this time on the west side, just 3 games behind the Houston Rockets for the 5th spot. And, of course, the Warriors own the tiebreaker over the Houston Rockets, Willie.
Put a little pressure on the Houston Rockets. That's a young team. They'll start looking over their shoulder, but just take care of your own business.
Yep.
Not who you play, how you play. And you cannot debate how they're playing since Jimmy Butler has arrived. This is a totally different team. Second-rated offense, second-rated defense. Those are championship numbers. Keep plowing ahead. And when we talked about earlier, Bonta, you put a little pressure on this Houston team,
yep.
They can climb up another spot.
Speaking of pressure, one of the things that has been very glaring in the difference between both eras, the pre-Jimmy era and the post-Jimmy era, is the Warriors' confidence in close games. And that's because you know that you can trust the offense. You're playing inside. You have, a guy that you could go to on the inside in addition to Steph. Steph has been great all year, but it's less pressure on him to be able to be the guy, the playmaker at the end of the game. So other teams can't scout for the Warriors now because if you put all that pressure on Steph, then guys are going to be open because you can't focus on Steph and Jimmy at the same time. Guys like Guy Santos, Brandin Podziemski, Moses Moody, these guys are going to be open around the basket. And that's why you have so many great playmakers like Draymond on the floor at the same time so you can pass and create. So you trust yourself more in those clutch situations. And right now, this is the end of the season. You got, 20 games left?
20 games left.
So with that being the case, now this clutch situation, you also have that same swagger and that same confidence going down the stretch.
Definitely playing Brandin Podziemski. We discussed this since he's returned from his right abdominal strain. He's been playing really good basketball, averaging nearly triple-double numbers when you think about it, 14, 5, and 5. He's pushing the pace left and right. And Brandin Podziemski tonight, 19 points, 8 of 16 from the floor. And right now he's talking to the media at the podium back in NYC.
In terms of our energy and our camaraderie, I think it's the same. Obviously, it looks different because we're winning a lot more. But I just think Jimmy's a different player than what we had, and so just added a different element to our group that we already had.
What do you like most about the way you guys played the second half?
We got a lot of transition buckets. We started to get stops in stretches, and so you put those two together. That's how you start runs. And then when we're transitioning a lot, it's hard to find the guys they want to find, and so other guys become open because of that.
And how is Jimmy attacking side?
It just not even weak side, just in general. It's hard for guys to just guard him one-on-one. And so when you put 2 on the ball, just like when Steph comes off the ball screen, it's just our ability to play 4-on-3 and make the right decisions, right read, and make the shots.
Pete just mentioned that past couple of days, some of the film sessions have been about maximizing Steph's gravity and kind of playing off that. What were some of the points of emphasis? And just, being somebody that's played with Steph for years, and how would you to kind of assess how you guys were able to do that in the second half?
I think it's just understanding where he's at, understanding a lot of things can be created from him just by screening off the ball for him. And so everybody just kind of having an awareness of, where he's at, but also not being robotic and just be like, I have to get the ball to Steph or I have to screen for Steph. And so there's a good balance that you have to have, and that even Steph himself, preaches to us to not just always look for him, like be yourself too. And I think tonight and the past few games, we've had a good balance of it. I think it was our defense, honestly. We got stops and we were able to, get easy buckets in transition. And that's, every team's most efficient offense is in transition. So the ability to get multiple stops in a row and string them together ended that third quarter going into fourth. We did a good job of it.
Time to go flying above the rim, courtesy of OAK.
Who is it?
It's not Eric Congo yet. It's not Eric Curry. Ski Santos with the two-hand flush.
Brazil.
I love this play. It's like an elevated split action. They both go with Steph. Nice read by Guy Santos, but a nice elevated split action there. Nice.
Two hands for safety.
It rocked the rim, too. I like that,
It did rock the rim. It did rock the rim. And great, all the odds for sitting by Great Resort and Casino. Fezzi Money. We're on fire.
You are rolling right now.
We're rolling right now, Fezzi. No hesitation tonight.
Exactly.
The Big
Stop
Apple,
hesitating.
bright lights, Madison Square Garden, the home. It's Steph Curry's home now. We called it yesterday, the Curry Coliseum in Charlotte? What are we calling MSG now?
More Steph greatness?
There you go, buddy. You picked it up.
Fonte, get your money, baby.
Hey, we're rolling right now, buddy. We're rolling. That's not enough juice.
You need a lot of money in New York, man.
You do. Taxes are high, man.
The first half of the season, we're making it back now.
I don't think we lost since the All-Star break.
Wow.
Highlights
have the Warriors.
Thank you, Warriors. Thank you, Steph. That'd be a fun matchup when the Warriors return home for a long homestand. Cade Cunningham is box office, but let's talk about tonight, KB, the great KB Kerr at Petaluma's finest, Dalton Johnson. He wants to be from Brooklyn now, Willie. How funny is that? Anyway, KB, tale of two halves, right, for the three-point line. 5 of 23 in the first half, and then they got rolling in the final two quarters.
Yeah, going into this game, when you see that the Knicks are 30th in three-point defense, maybe you're thinking, okay, if the Warriors can get it together. They didn't at first, as you mentioned, 5 of 23, but then something happened in that second half.
We talked about measuring stick win before this game. Well, the Warriors they play small ball, but they are tall enough to enjoy their ride at Madison Square Garden. It seemed like whatever they found at halftime, they just found some extra fuel in the second half. And I think three-point-wise, it all started with an attack mindset. They didn't shoot a three for the first 3 minutes in the third quarter, got downhill, got to the free throw line. So I just think that variety, the variance of offense, opened things up for them to then find their confidence, getting to the rack, and then finally hitting some of those wide-open three-pointers. 8 of 14 overall in the second half. So you just saw three-level scoring by the Warriors in the second half, not having to live and die by the three-pointer, but using the three-pointer as just the cherry on top. So I think that overall, it started with that attack mode mindset. That's what opened up the three-pointers for the Warriors in the second half.
And 4 threes for Steph in that second half. I do think we know what happened at halftime. I think it was a boot to the backside by somebody. You got the sense that they were like, okay, we are not going to lose this game. And then they played like a team that had that kind of toughness.
I thought you were going to say Steph checked his Twitter account. Or X, whatever the kids call it, be like, hey, what is Kerr tweeting about her three-point shooting? Okay, I didn't know that.
You're giving me way too much power here.
See what I did there. Dubs Talk Live coming up at the top of the hour with KB and Dalton Johnson as we take a look at the City Sleep World Highlight Zone. Play number 3. Oh, we're flashing it back to 2014, Studio 54. The coming out party. Nobody even cares that the Warriors lost this game. Oh, this is the triple-double. Pardon me. Triple-double.
This is MSG. More Steph greatness. More Steph greatness. And we saw more greatness tonight from Stephen Curry there. The triple-double. Ooh, Iguodala just had his number retired. That was nasty. Iggy Euro.
And Steph with the 3. No celebration. No night-night there. Here's Studio 54. Jump the gun here.
Raymond Felton. Bye-bye.
Go screen, Fess.
Whoa.
Hey, Fess.
That'll be a flagrant foul these days.
Weight room. Look at Fess. You were jacked up about that screen, man. You see the smile on his face,
Yes,
buddy?
I did.
Listen, man, when you get a chance to get Steph Curry open, yes, that's what I do. I get Steph Curry open.
You woke his world up, man.
Yeah. Get him going, Steph.
And, of course, the record-breaking three-pointer as he surpassed Ray Allen on the all-time three-point make list. You see Dale in the building. Sonia was in the building. Nice pass from Wiggs. Boom.
Inside out.
Inside out. Master
Where the
Square
game's
Garden
meant to
went
be
crazy.
played.
Over his former teammate, Alec Burks. He had a cup of coffee with the Golden State Warriors. And now Steph Curry is getting closer and closer to the 4,000 club. And Ray Allen, you see Ray Allen there. I never remember Ray Allen as a three-point shooter till later in his career. When he came out of UConn, I feel like he was dunking on guys, had the mid-range game. He was really good handling the ball, and then he transitioned to becoming a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter.
He was always a dynamic shooter. Moved it back to the three-point line, probably mid-career, but he was always a great, great shooter. Great balance. Maybe the picture-perfect release for a jump shooter. Ray Allen, dynamic shooter.
I mean, when you think of Ray Allen, he was dynamic, right? He was nasty as a player. He could dunk on you, he could do all the things. And as his career progressed, he became a three-point shooter and was able to really extend his career playing that role for the Miami Heat. Helped them win a championship. Actually, one of the most iconic shots in the NBA Finals where he hit that three. That's why you feel like Steph Curry, with everything he's done so far, he could play forever.
Yeah, he may play for quite some time. Doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon as well during it. Warriors will end this 5-game road trip in Brooklyn with the chance to go 4-1, which is what everybody wanted around these parts. And then they'll come home. That's a monster game on Saturday against the Pistons. Then the Blazers, you can't sleep on them. They're playing some good ball. And then Kyle Draper's Sacramento Kings on Thursday. Oh, you know there's going to be a lot of trash talk flying in these hallways at NBC Sports Bay Area and NBC Sports California. And then you see same New York Knicks coming up here on the West Coast. But they're taking on the Brooklyn Nets, who are 21-40, lost by 14 tonight in San Antonio. So again, Fezzi, control what you control, which is your style of play, and don't worry about the opponent.
Yeah, no, the Warriors are playing incredible basketball right now, and you love to see the chemistry continue to develop. You love to see the rotations continue to develop. But most importantly, happy birthday to my guy, Draymond Green.
Go.
He's playing incredible basketball right now. Obviously, they're all fitting in and meshing together. You know, after a big win like this in New York, they're celebrating. Where they going, Mully?
I don't know.
Short trip down the West Side Highway through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel over to Atlantic Avenue to Barclays Center for another road win. Welcome home the Warriors. Let's go.
There you go. 8 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds for Draymond Green. He flirted with the triple-double and a huge win over the New York Knicks, but don't go anywhere. Steph Curry, you're going to hear from him on Does Talk Live with the great KB at Petaluma's finest, Dalton Johnson.